Hello there, bringing you a bonus building a makeup bag episode this weekend in time for Black Friday, as if that hasn't been going all month. This edit is all about creamy, easy products. Two consistent keywords on my channel, but every time I film one of these videos, I think about formulas I'd pick out if I was shaping my makeup bag from scratch, and it's a bonus, they're all on sale at the moment. Like my Sephora videos in this style, I hope you'll still enjoy tuning in and chatting with me whether you have any plans to shop or not. For that reason, I won't dive into specific sale details along the way. I'll just leave current discounts listed below next to each product if you are interested in restocking a favourite, repurchasing an empty, or researching a new formula. Always shopping responsibly for what you'll truly use and enjoy. I've also been making a list and checking it twice daily, so I'll leave my big Black Friday A to Z below so you can save time and scroll through beauty sales in one place, and I'll paste in some of my Black Friday 5 picks, highlighting my top 5 products and shades from some of my top brands. Starting with a shout out to my nails, feeling festive and wicked with this Olive and June Quick Dry shade. This is Pearly White Baroque with a purpley pink iridescent sheen and very subtle sparkle. I wore its long-lasting twin shade Pink Goldfish to see an early screening of Wicked for Good last week, which we need to talk about in the comments if you've seen it too. Onto skin prep. The dynamic duo I've been using religiously recently is the Merit Great Skin Serum and Moisturiser. I've used both on and off for the last couple of years, but we are back on with incredibly glowy results. This biphase serum is so thin and watery, but unbelievably luminous without looking too shiny or greasy or oily. Such a great starting point. Following it with Great Skin Moisturiser to set myself up for smooth success. The immediate impact is a hydrated glow and perfectly prepped skin for makeup, but it also feels truly hydrating without being heavy. I've said it before, it's like starting with a silk slip dress serum and putting a cashmere moisturiser on top. So soft. Don't forget your sunscreen step next, please. A skin tint, always my preference, bringing back my Summer Fridays Sheer Skin Tint, a formula I burned through for a large part of last year because it gives your skin a boost in an undetectable way. This has sheer to light coverage for that no makeup glow. More on that sheer theme in a video very soon. A multitasking complexion product. Glossier Stretch Balm Concealer is a classic I enjoy popping back into my makeup bag. My favourite way to use it is as an all-over skin fix. Those bases you're not just using as a spot concealer, you're adding a bit around your nose or on any redness, anywhere you want to even out your complexion but still have it look like your skin. A cream contour. The brand top of mind for me during a sale is Westman Atelier, partly because of the luxury price point and also because I've loved everything I've tried so far and feel compelled to keep trying more. Their Face Trace Stick in Biscuit has been my go-to creamy contour, but I did just pick up a new one from Victoria Beckham Beauty, so I'll keep you posted. A bronzing tint. I treat Westman Atelier super loaded tinted highlight drops in Peau de Soleil as a liquid bronzer on the high points of my face, a bronzy base under my makeup mixed into my skin tint. It's so gorgeous and glassy and sun-kissed but natural, stunning formula. Definitely want to try the soft pink shade as an all-over glowy base in future too. A cream highlighter. I feel like Merit Day Glow often gets overlooked in the crowded highlighter stick space, and also because there are so many other standout products in their range, but this is a flawless formula if you're into a natural sheen without any glitter. Bounce is my rose gold pick from the range, so luminous and glossy, giving you the dewy, hydrated look we love. Speaking of which, a dewy cream blush. First look at one of my Sephora sale purchases, the House Labs Colour Fuse Glassy Lip and Cheek Blush Balm in Glassy Ginger. This hasn't left my cheeks since my Sephora Australia order landed in my letterbox. A deliciously dewy, glossy sheen in a pretty dusty rose flush. Watercolour blush with this will be the plan all summer long. A satin cream blush. I'm sure you're shocked to see Westman Atelier baby cheeks here. Who would have thought? I just love this formula, but the price point makes it a particularly worthy consideration during a sale. I've talked about Muted Berry Garçon way too many times this year, so don't forget Chouchette, my original favourite subdued peachy shade. A matte cream blush. You know I'd find a way to include 3, have you met me? Nude Sticks Nudies Matte in Sunkissed is always going to be my nude stick starting point, and this formula is a brilliant example of a matte cream. Still blends well, doesn't look flat or dry on the skin, but the colour certainly sticks around. One of the ultimate blush bronzer hybrid tones, but let's look into more terracotta shades together in the new year. Can't forget a tinted brow gel. This Glossier Boy Brow in dark brown is completely empty, so it's time for a backup or 3. I can always rely on this creamy pomade to shape and hold my brows, but not flake or feel crunchy or look messy. Truly stood the test of time a decade after my first tube. A foolproof liquid shadow. All together now, you can say it at the same time as me, you know what's coming. Armani Eye Tint. Of course, that's where I have to start. One of the best one and done shadows on the market. I've been a fan for years. This is so well loved. The shade number has somehow completely gone, but I can assure you it's 22M Cashew, my most worn matte Armani colour for a wash of easy tan brown. A cream eyeshadow. Anything the Anna edit is into, I'm going to be into it too. And that's been the case with Mob Beauty Cream Clay Eyeshadow in M114 Muted Rose, something I picked up from the Detox Market. Fantastic product and brand selection there. This shade is a delightfully toasted, sunburnt, almost muddy, murky pink. What a perfect fall colour. An eyeshadow stick. Laura Mercier Caviar sticks are the first shadow I'd stock up on if I was starting again. I'd collect them in every colour if I could. That's how much the ease and lasting power impresses me. Honestly, take your pick. There are too many shades to mention being swapped in and out of my makeup bag, but brightening rose gold feels like a nice festive choice. A creamy eyeliner. Back in my Victoria Beckham beauty era and updated brand reviews coming in the new year, one of her signature products, the satin kajal liners, are fairly well hyped, but honestly deserve more. Such rich pigment, barely applying any pressure, and look how smooth matte brown cocoa is. The built-in sponge makes softening easy and it stays put. An adaptable mascara. I know Tower 28 Make Waves mascara was also in my recent Sephora sale edit, but it really is my mascara of the moment, a moment that has lasted several months. Excellent curl and lift. It looks like I've curled my lashes, but was definitely too lazy to do that. Plus length and volume. It's got it all. A creamy lip liner. Farrah Homidi is a brand I'd love to dive into further at Violet Grey, waiting to try more in person one day, but I can sing the praises of her smudge and contour pencil in Minky, a light brown beige with a pinch of rose. It's a lip deepening rosy brown on me that's so soft I can gently shade in all over my lips. Always my personal measure of a great liner. An easy everyday lipstick. I owe Victoria Beckham Posh Lipstick in Spark an apology because I'm always busy being pulled in different product directions as a beauty editor and content creator, but I should never have forgotten how wonderful this is. A creamy / balmy, comfy formula and a perfect mid-tone warm rose. Effortless colour and application. A creamy bullet. I know you think this is going to be Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution, but not so fast. I rave about those creamy mattes all the time, so I wanted to give some love to her KISSING creamy satins instead. Stoned Rose was one of the first Charlotte shades I ever fell for, and I need to make sure I also give this warm peach more love this summer. It's a dream. Finishing with Shine. Charlotte Tilbury Superstar Lips is also one of her quiet achievers, sheer, glossy, all about light-catching shine while still feeling low maintenance and comfortable. So underrated. This deeper, dusty pink / faded berry is probably my favourite version of Pillow Talk, and you know how many iterations there are to choose from, so that's saying something. Tools down on my creamy makeup building site. Please let me know if you spotted any matching favourites here or if anything jumped out at you. Would love to have a peek inside your virtual Black Friday carts or fantasy wish lists, so please talk me through it. Let me know what you're considering or already picked up or dreaming about. And if you're sitting the sales out, good for you. Honestly, we respect a low buy or a no buy in this house. Really appreciate you still tuning in. Thanks for watching. See you next time.